Hey everybody, this is John from RELICS, and today we're going to be talking about 15 items that I sold in the month of January. These are really good items, and you should always be looking for these items when you are out and about. All of these items were found in the wild. I didn't do a private pick on any of the items that I'm going to be showing you in this video. Most of them came from thrift stores and auctions. So we are going to jump right into the video. We're actually going to switch screens, and I'm going to screen share, and I'm going to show you these items. So let's get right to it. Okay guys, the first item that we have here is a Taj Mahal shirt, and I've had this thing forever. I bought it at a thrift store for $2, and it is a vintage 90s band t-shirt for a band called Taj Mahal. We sold it for $58.45, and we charged $5.70 shipping and handling. It's a super cool shirt. It actually had like some stuff on it here, it looks like. It wasn't perfect. In my photos, I actually put measurements, so it was 28 from the top of the neck down to the bottom of the garment, and then a pit-to-pit measurement looks like it's about 21, and then shoulder to shoulder looks like it's about 19.5. And I suggest that if you're selling clothing, that you would actually put all of that into your description, or at least put the photos in the listing so that people can actually go see the photos and know what size the shirt's going to be. This was actually a single stitch. It was a single stitch t-shirt, which means there was only one stitch at the bottom here. I believe, I do believe it was a 90s t-shirt, so it should be. But anyways, let's go to the next item. The next item that we have here is a Project or Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects, and it was factory sealed. It was a PSP game. I sold it for $49.45. I actually took a best offer on it, and we charged no shipping. It was actually a really cool game. It got there, the person couldn't find it, and they're like, hey, we don't know where this item is. We contacted their post office. They contacted their post office, and actually they were eventually able to find the item. And that was good because I didn't want to lose $50 on an item that was delivered but not received. Here is a set of four of these gynecological and obstetrics books. I always look for weird books like this when I'm out. These books will bring good money. I sold 4 of them for $59.95. I actually combined the listing. I had them listed for a while, probably a little bit over a year. And I told the person, they messaged me and wanted to know if I could do better. And I told them that I would do 60 for the 4 that I had left. That would be $20 a piece. They jumped on it, and we charged $10 shipping for them. They got them, and no problems. The next lot that we have here is a bunch of PlayStation stuff that I had left over from when we actually had a store. We actually owned a brick and mortar store that I sold video game stuff, toys, collectibles, whatnot, stuff like that out of it. And we sold this lot for $60. It was probably a little bit underpriced. I paid $20 for the PlayStation, the PS2 by itself, but it worked, and it came with a modem on the back of it. So I just wanted to get rid of this stuff. It had been sitting around for a while, and I didn't want to piece this stuff out because I wasn't sure how good every piece was. And if I sold them individually, I'd probably get some returns on the controllers because controllers go bad. People are rough with them. So I just sold it as a lot for $60 and was pretty happy with that. The next item that we have here is a lot of Nintendo Wii stuff. It actually comes with 2 black Wiis, all of the controllers, every cord, cable, nunchuck that you see here. And I sold it all for $129.95. Now you're probably thinking that's pretty cheap. But the Wiis were actually in really horrible shape. They were all scuffed and scratched up. The controllers were pretty good. I think that they will do okay. They will make good money once they go through all the work and test it. There's some Wii Motion, like the better controllers, the better nunchucks. Like if you look here, if you see the ones that say Wii Motion Plus inside, those are a little bit better. You want to go with those. They actually sell pretty good. Now my computer's going haywire here. And they sell pretty good. They're actually worth a little bit more. So when you're out collecting video game stuff, if you see that type of nunchuck, you can buy it and you can sell them for a little bit more money. Little bonus tip there. The next item that we have here is a car chassis, sprint chassis, like sprint car chassis setup book. I listed it for $250. I actually took an offer on it for $150. I paid a quarter for it. So before you whip me, know that I paid 25 cents for the book. So I was going to take that money all day long instead of just sitting on it and hoping that somebody would come along and pay full price. Just sometimes, as I've heard, I think it was Tech and Sports that said, sometimes some of the profit is better than none of the profit, or something like that. Or what does he say? I think he says sometimes some of the profit is better than all the profit. I guess because you don't have to wait. I don't know. He's Tech and Sports, and he's smarter than me, so there you go. The next item that we have here is another book on engine building, and it actually sold for like $94.46 and $5 shipping and handling. And again, I paid 25 cents for that at the local thrift shop. The next item that we have here is this nude like painting thing. I actually took an offer on it. I didn't sell it for, I think I sold it for like $150. I don't know why it doesn't show up here, but I sold this one for, maybe I did sell it for $200, and then I sold this one for like $140. And the neat thing is that I paid, I want to say like $40 for them both. So I got $20 a piece in them and sold them somewhere around $300 for the set of them. That was pretty awesome. The lady at the auction was really upset because I picked them both up because they were there together and I thought they sold together. And the auctioneer was like, well, what do you want to do? And I said, well, what do you say? You're the auctioneer. And he looked at me and he goes, I guess they're together. And she started arguing with him and arguing with me. And I said, look, he's the auctioneer. He said they go together. I said, whose auction is it? Is it your auction or is it his auction? And she looked at me and she shut up, but she got mad and left. And I'm like, that's okay by me. You can leave. You don't have to stay here and bid me up all day. That would be the worst thing ever. So not only did I get a great deal on these two items, my main competition left the auction, and I got all kinds of cool stuff for the rest of the day. Win-win. She showed me all right. The next item that I have here is a bunch of Louis L'Amour books. I sold them for $382.46. I took it was 10% off. $64.71 shipping, and it probably was more than that because they had to go out in 3 boxes, plus we had to go buy really good boxes so that they would be able to be shipped and not get damaged on the way there. But I paid $70 for that lot of books, so that was a pretty awesome score. I got that from our local auction. The next item that we have here is this mid-century modern. This is by a brass company called Hollywood Regency, and these are a set of brass deers. They're from 60s or 70s, very mid-century modern, and they sold, I want to say I took an offer on them for $250, but they had been listed forever. If they would have been if they, like, these were scuffed and they were discolored, they're going to have to take them somewhere and have somebody polish them up to get them to look real good again. So, like, if they would have been in really good shape, they would have probably been worth the $400 I was asking for them. But instead, I took $250, and I think I paid like $5 for them. So, yeah, I'll take that money and run with it. The thing that I tell people all the time is that you just, if you've had something listed for a while and somebody comes along and gives you a decent offer for the item, just take it. You know, if you can make money on it, flip it, move it, and move on down the road. The next item that I have here is some kind of Swiss-made transit, and it looks like looks like it's for carrying nuclear waste, but this is actually what it looks like right here. I sold it for $314. I charged $23.41 shipping. Unfortunately, this item was sold, shipped, and came back to me. But the only reason why I'm including it in this month is because it actually has resold since then. So I'm okay with that. You know, whatever. I'm out like probably $60 on shipping, unfortunately. But the guy lied. There was nothing wrong with it. He tried to say there was something wrong with it, and I sent it to the next guy, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with it. I think the guy was upset because I was selling it. I was selling it as is, and I wouldn't give him any specific information. So I think he bought it, had it shipped to him just so that he could say that it wasn't any good, and then send it back to me. And I know that sounds kind of weird, and there are all kinds of weird people out there, and people who deal with, there are certain kinds of like trained people are kind of problematic. And like I find that people that like this kind of stuff, these people can be a little bit problematic. And I know that sounds bad. People's like, what do you mean those people? I mean the people that are like, you know, techie, you know, I don't know. They kind of have that scientific, I call it the scientific brain. I feel like Theo Von trying to explain something here. They got that scientific brain, but like they're just, I don't know. They think a certain way, and they think because they think that way that you should think that way, and you should know what they want, that you should know their information. Like I'm like, bro, I paid $50 for this at an auction and I'm selling it on eBay. So yeah, I don't know everything about it. Long story short, if I haven't lost you guys by now, my ADHD is kicked in and I'm rambling, but it's resold. I think I resold it for like $250. So I made about $65 less on it, plus the $60 I lost in the original shipping. So sucks, but that is life. Okay, the next item that we have here is a blue and yellow football helmet, and I will always pick up these football helmets when I'm out, especially when they're made by a company like Riddell, because that's a professional helmet. It's either collegiate or maybe even in the NFL, and people buy these, they want to put them in their man cave, use them for decoration, or even remind them of the glory days when they played football in high school or college. So I picked these up. I picked this one up for like $3 or $4 at an online auction, and it sold for $90 whole, and it sold for $14.71 shipping. So if you see these football helmets, be sure to pick them up. The next item that I have here is a Samsung DVD VCR combo. It sucked. I don't really have a lot to say about it. I included it to remind you that not every DVD VCR is actually worth selling. This one sold for $53.95, and that's pretty good money, and that's not where I really messed up. Where I messed up was including the box. I should not have included the box. It didn't add that much value to it. There was no added value with the box, so it actually caused my shipping to go up, so I lost money on shipping, and I didn't make a bunch on it, but it was still profit at the end of the day, so it is what it is. Learn from my mistakes. And the final item that we have here is these Nike LeBron James. They are Nike ID Rubber City. They are the blue and black size 12 shoe. They were all rubber, really nice. Picked them up at Goodwill for something like $25. So that was pretty awesome. They sold for, I want to say like $250, $275, something like that. I had them listed forever for $375. They didn't sell, so as you do often in this game, you take the first really good offer that comes along and you count that as profit. $5 into $250 at least. I'll take that all day long, and I will reinvest that into more stuff to buy and flip on eBay and make money and feed my family and do all kinds of really cool stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, it would be really cool if you would go down below and hit that like button, and maybe even hit that subscribe button, because we make a lot of really good videos like this. I am on my way to 10,000 subscribers, and I can't get there without you. I need you. I need you to hit that subscribe button.